Good Friday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for July 11th, 2014. Today we're going to have high pressure that's going to be sitting up over New York State, and I do think this is going to move offshore a little bit faster than we thought over the last couple days. If you looked at our forecast for the last couple days, it looked like we were going to have temperatures that are going to be stuck in the lower 80s, low to mid 80s across our area. I do think this is going to head a little bit faster offshore from this position here to the Gulf of Maine, right about here, and because it's doing that, instead of having with the high pressure in this position here, we'll have an easterly flow off the ocean. High pressure in this position will create a southeasterly wind, so that's going to allow temperatures to climb a little bit higher. So not stuck in the low to mid 80s on Friday. I think we're talking more mid to upper 80s across our coverage area, and the same thing's going to hold true for Saturday, as this high pressure is going to move to the east here. You can see this system sitting right offshore here. Same thing's going to happen on Saturday here with this high pressure pretty much hanging in place here in the same spot. So we're not dealing with any precipitation Friday or Saturday, lower humidity, but temperatures will be a little bit on the warmer side, at least a little bit warmer than we thought it was going to be earlier in the week when we were doing the forecast. Now going into on your day on Sunday, the temperature is going to increase a little bit, and that's because we're going to have a warm front that's going to be pushed across to our north here. The precipitation is going to be out ahead of it across New York State here. I don't think we're going to get it too much into precipitation early on Sunday, but this is actually showing Sunday morning. I think you might have one of those deals where it starts off mostly cloudy, and it becomes increasingly partly sunny in the afternoon. So it might start off clouds giving way to sun with this warm front moving through here, and once it does move through, we're going to be warm sectored. Winds are going to switch to the south and then eventually the southwest, and that's going to allow the return flow around high pressure here in the Atlantic is going to be, of course, clockwise around the high pressure is going to allow temperatures to go up a little bit, and the humidity is going to increase once again as well. So we're going to get into later in the day now on Sunday, and you can see there's going to be an increase, especially towards the evening hours, of showers and thunderstorms. I don't think this is a really concentrated shower and thunderstorm threat on Sunday. I think most of the day is okay on Sunday. Again, those early clouds giving way to sun, and then the showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, but I think they're going to be more isolated. I really don't think there's a strong chance of storms, at least not as strong as we're going to get into Monday and Tuesday, and I'll show you that in a second here. And as we get into Monday here, we have a pretty concentrated area of showers and thunderstorms, and that's going to be along a prefrontal trough boundary that's going to be sitting over our area here. This prefrontal trough will become the focus of showers and thunderstorms. Call it prefrontal trough, leeward trough, whatever you want to call it. But that's going to be your focus of showers and thunderstorms as you get on Monday. But as we get into Tuesday, we're going to have a cold front that's going to be moving through here. And this is all in association with a very strong low pressure sitting up here, very strong cold front attached to it. And there's actually a very strong signal here for Tuesday across our coverage area, probably from about I-80 with the I-81 corridor and points eastward. So this area here, we're going to be watching for another severe weather outbreak. I don't like to use the word outbreak, very loosely, but right now, if this was something we were forecasting for the next day, we'd be putting out sound the alarm alerts. But since this is a couple days away here, we're now talking about next Tuesday. I have a couple days to look at this, and I've seen these setups look really great this far in advance, only to fall apart as we get a little bit closer, and hopefully that does. And we're not dealing with any epic outbreak here of severe weather. So I don't want to get it anybody too carried away, excited here. There is potential here for Tuesday. We're going to nail this one day at a time here, and kind of get into this a little bit closer as we get to probably Sunday here. Sunday, we're actually a severe risk on Monday as well, probably not as great as Tuesday. But again, we're going to cover this later in the weekend as we get a little bit closer. Storm Prediction Center has jumped on this already, and this is actually showing the Tuesday threat. This area here they have outlined in the green is a severe threat of 30% chance or higher, and for being 6 days out, that's a pretty high chance. So they're outlining this area as well. Again, I-81 corridor and points eastward looks like the threat area, and that's verbatim to both the GFS and the European model. Actually, European model is actually a little bit slower with this front, which will allow even more heating. We're going to get into some upper 80s to near 90 degrees, maybe even some lower 90s as we get into Monday and Tuesday in many locations. Now, the next thing here we're going to address here, we already talked about the severe weather aspect of things, and we're going to take a wait-and-see approach until we get a little bit closer. That's step number one. Step number two, we talked about that cold front moving through and how powerful a cold front it is. Well, this is the other thing that's being thrown around here right now. Everybody's talking about a polar vortex. I'll tell you right now, this is not a polar vortex, not even close. The upper level pattern is not supportive of such a thing. A lot of people are saying this resembles a polar vortex. This is nothing more than a strong upper level low that's sitting over the Great Lakes here. This is actually a temperature, a geopotential height anomaly from the European model, and the GFS is very similar. All this is going to do in our area here is going to lower temperatures back down below normal, but nothing crazy. So we're not. Yes, it will allow some cooler air to get in here, the concentration of which will be over the Great Lakes region. In our area, as it moves east, it moderates, and we're going to be getting into highs in the mid to upper 70s for a day or two. That's it. And then it moves out. We get back to near normal temperatures and eventually above normal. So this is going to be one of those things that the media is going to run with and overplay, and it's just one of those things that gets old. I just love sensationalism. That's sarcasm. But anyway, this system is just a strong upper level low, not a polar vortex. You're going to hear that name, that word or those words thrown around very loosely in the media in the next couple days. If you want the real story, just stick to us. We'll let you know what's going on. It's not a polar vortex, and we're not talking about epic colds. You can keep the winter jackets away, and you keep the snow shovels away. You're not going to need them. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for July 11th, 2014. Have a great Friday.